All right, questions?
Wilco, you've been here plenty of times before. Do you sort of have a grand final routine or something like that that you do each time you're in a decider?
No, not really. I mean, it's a bit different this time with obviously the short turnaround. Usually you have sort of a whole week to prepare and whatnot, but this one's nice and short and sharp, which can be good in a way, but I think it's just important to you stick to your normal routine. You know, essentially it is just another game, and you know, our routine and what we've done all year is the reason we've got to this position. So it's important, just because it's a grand final, you don't change too much. So that's sort of what we've been doing over the last few days, and what we'll continue to do up until tomorrow.
How much confidence did you get from that victory? I mean, it had been a little while since you had a win.
Yeah, no, it was you know, the first half I thought we were back to our best. It was a really pleasing performance. The intensity, I think, was first class, and you know, when we play like that, it's difficult for the opposition to deal with us. And you know, I think the last two games before the final series, there were parts of the game that we were really happy with. It just, the results probably weren't coming with it. But then, obviously, to get the result in the semi and put on the performance we did, I think was great.
Do you think you'll win if you can turn up with the same sort of approach again?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think you know, we're really confident in our group and in our ability, and when we play well, we feel that we're the best team in the competition. And you know, if we can do that tomorrow, then you know, we're confident we'll get the win.
A lot of grand final experience in the team.
Yeah.
A couple of blokes who haven't been there before though. One's Joel King, who's slotted in really nicely. You play next to him. I mean, what have you liked about his season, and I guess what makes you confident he can handle a day like tomorrow?
Yeah, he's had an unbelievable season, to be fair. I think he's, you know, for a young player, he's fitted in the team perfectly. He's great getting forward, you know, providing that width that we need, and that attacking, the way we attack it involves the fullbacks a lot. So he's managed to get forward a lot, but he's also done a great job defensively for a young player, and he's learning every game. And as I said, he's been superb this year. So I know he's really looking forward to playing in his first final, and he'll be fine out there. As you said, we've got a lot of experienced players who've been here in situations like this around him, and you know, they'll be out there to help him, but you know, he doesn't need it. He's confident in his own ability, and if he plays like he has been for the whole year, then he'll be fine.
Jamie McLaren's been on fire for them. Have you got the measure of anything?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. But yeah, look, they've got a number of dangerous players, not just Jamie. You know, we don't want to focus all our attention on one player, because, as I said, they've got some great attacking talent across the park. So obviously we've looked at that and ways that we can stop that. But you know, we like to focus on ourselves and what we do, you know, when we have the ball and when we don't have the ball. And if we do that well enough, then you know, as I said, we're confident that we can come out on top.
There's 5 titles. I think no team in Australian National League history has done that before in terms of 5 championships. How big a draw card is that for you guys, I guess?
Yeah, huge. I mean, we see ourselves as one of the biggest clubs in Australia, and if we can manage to win tomorrow, then it cements our place in the history books. And you know, this club's managed to get a few records over the last couple of seasons, so it'd be nice to add that one to the trophy cabinet for sure.
What is it about this club that's made it so successful? You've been at a few.
Yeah, I think the consistency in the playing groups really helped. You know, for the last 4 years we've had a core group of players who've stuck together, and that's credit to the club, being able to keep all the players. And then it's also credit to the recruitment, because you know, inevitably every year there are some changes, but when there have been changes, the club's brought in guys who are not only, you know, top class footballers, but good people, and you know, that fit into the culture we've created here. And I think that's another important part is the culture. You know, everyone gets along really well, loves coming to work every day, and I think that definitely helps.
It's a pretty stable group at the moment, Wilco, and I know you're focusing on the grand final at the moment, but do you feel like it might be one of the last times you play together potentially? There's going to be a lot of change in the next few months. The CBA talks could mean that people who are contracted don't necessarily stick around. So with that in the back of your mind, I'm guessing you want to make the absolute most of every moment.
Yeah, I mean, not just for that reason, but also for, you know, the season we've had. It's been a strange season. It's been long, but it's also been a, you know, a very successful one on our behalf. And you know, a couple of months ago we weren't even sure if we'd be coming back or if the season would finish. And now that we're back here, obviously we want to you know, make the most of the season we've had. And as you said, win tomorrow and, you know, get the double, go back to back, which not many teams have done in the A-League era. And you know, if there are changes, then it'd be a great way to go out on top.
I just want to ask you about something else as well. Again, knowing you've got a grand final to focus on, but a transfer overnight with a pretty key Socceroo, Aaron Mooy. so you guys will be playing against him in a couple of months. He's gone to
Yeah.
SIPG. First of all, what do you make of that move as someone who's played with Mooy into China and all that?
Yeah, look, I think, I don't want to comment on what he's thinking. I think, he's obviously looking for a new challenge. China will bring that. Shanghai's a fantastic team. They've got a lot of great players. Obviously, Hulk, Oscar, Neudovic, I think, is there now as well. So, great city to live in, great team. So, good on him. I think it's a 3-year deal. He'll still be playing regularly, and hopefully, I don't think it'll affect his Socceroo performances at all. I think everyone needs to respect his decision, and I'm sure he hasn't made it lightly. But every man for their own decision. I don't want to comment on what he's thinking.
It'd be nice to see him, I guess.
Yeah, it will be.
It
will be. When and if it gets played, who knows? But yeah, I mean, he's just going to add strength to them. Obviously, he's a fantastic player, great passer of the ball, great finisher, great creator. So it might make our job a little bit tougher when we come up against them.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Wilco.
All good.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.